I just saw fake crying for sympathy and was like, let's see the performance. Because I know it's a good one. I know.
She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna make sure to put this in the front because I always forget, man.
Keep done it on. We've got the dawn.
You're so icky. Just the thought of being around you makes me oh so sicky.
We've got the dawn. Keep done it on. Dawn. Ow.
Shows that you were very excited to get rid of this cat. That's really unfortunately what it shows.
And yes, I do feel bad for that. Stealing your content every day to use it against you, how that would affect your mental health if you let it. I refuse to let it anymore. And then, does that make me a horrible animal abuser? And no, it doesn't, because this one incident or even two incidents of the nails being an issue. Again, I was away in Kuwait for 3 months. I am a mess. I'm a train wreck, and I realize this is why people watch me, but I'm still a human being.
Keep done it on.
And I loved my pets. And I still wake up.
And I loved my pets. You're stating that you did love your pets at a time, which is not at this time right now. I was really contemplating making this video, and I will tell you why.
Because it's the juice, and if you don't have the juice, you don't have it. So if you don't have the juice, you can't capitalize.
It has the juice.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda.
Welcome back to the channel. If you are brand new here, hello, my name is Pearl. If you're not brand new here, welcome back to the channel. Listen, I was contemplating making this video for at least 3 hours because one, there is just so much going on in the world. There's so many things that I can talk about, from the financial bailouts, the bank bailouts, Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank. I mean, there's a lot going on, from inflation to egg prices, so what the heck's going on in Ohio, to where's this world going? Is this the beginning of a one world currency? Yada, yada, yada. However, as a beautiful distraction in these YouTube streets, we have Foodie Beauty. And the reason I really was contemplating is because one, I don't really know what Foodie's angle is here, but I do know at some point or another, whether that is now or in the past, I think Foodie has come to realize that there's a very forgiving nature on TikTok, meaning you can be a terrible person on TikTok, hop on there, try to say your view, your storyline, and there will be people who defend, understand, or care to dissect your situation in one way or another. And I think that's what she's trying to do here, because ma'am, why is the justification even in your head? I feel her wanting to justify this situation, which again, I get it, which I stated in the video that I first initially made about her when I first found out about FFG and what happened with BBJ and all of that stuff. However, the justification behind it is still very much ego-based, and we can all see that, especially those that have been watching Foodie Beauty for quite some time. So of course, Piggy, and if anyone can tell me if barbecue chicken is okay, please let me know. Miss Ma'am, I miss you. Are you good? We love you over here. Just making sure. But yes, so Miss Piggy posted a video basically conjoining Foodie Beauty's TikToks, and I just saw fake crying for sympathy and was like, let's see the performance. Let us see the performance, because I know it's a good one. I know good by, you know, what we would call entertaining standards. Because Miss Ma'am, what are we actually crying about? The thing is you already made your decision to go to Kuwait, which honestly, good on you for showing everybody that you would go ahead and go back to Kuwait and do whatever you're doing. I think a lot of people absolutely didn't think that that was gonna happen, let alone that you would make it there in one piece. So good on you for at least doing that. You know, I will give you that much, because I mean, let's be honest, there was a lot of people speculating and trying to figure out what she was doing, where she was at, and all of that stuff, which I think at some point or another can get pretty irritating for any human being, regardless of what they have done, past or present. But again, the justification for how you have displayed your parental pet ownership is alarming. It's alarming, and I'm curious to see how you're going to spin this one, separate from the spinning of the filters that we are also seeing. TikTok's an interesting place, isn't it? Don't know your goal here, because it's a very different ball game and traffic and age range. There's a lot of differences from TikTok to YouTube. But I am fully aware that she is at some point or another realizing that she could make a pretty penny over there if she plays her cards correctly. So let's see if these are the cards that she feels are correctly placed. Fake crying for sympathy. Let me hear it. I want to see some real, can we see some shaking? Oh my God, I'm shaking right now. Let me stop.
Best interest to not have them travel the 17 to 20 hours it would take, depending with the layover time, to come to Kuwait and to live here in this apartment. It's a smaller place. So I thought that my cat...
What filter is this? Is this the filter that makes you look younger? I think it's called baby something. I can't remember, but this filter is making her look quite a different age.
Sam would be happy with someone else. And BBJ, I wasn't too sure. She's had a lot of health problems. I could tell she's been declining. I've lived with her for 20 years. I suspected she had arthritis because she did limp a little bit. Part of that, her claws, as I read, older animals, their claws actually grow a lot longer because they don't scratch. She stopped scratching. My other cat, Sam, his claws were fine. I'm able to trim his claws. He's very calm. But with BB...
My other cat, Sam. You don't have that cat anymore. I feel like people who don't know this person will stumble upon this and just really be like, wait, what's going on? And then it just leads them into another rabbit hole of like, what is going on? Because that's really just what ends up happening with Foodie.
BJ, what happened was this bully reached out to me offering to take BBJ.
This bully reached out to me offering me to take...
And I refused. I'm not going to give somebody who's been bullying me for years my pet to take care of. Mind you, she did have 2 pets of her own that she ended up having to euthanize. She was villainizing me for wanting to take BBJ to the vet for a consultation on possible end-of-life consultation, depending on her well-being, because it's about her quality of life at this point, what kind of ailments she had, and to also get her nails taken care of. When I was in Kuwait, I video timed with my roommate who was...
It's like yes, yes, and yes, but also no, because that wouldn't matter or pertain to you because your main goal was to get to Kuwait with no animals. That was the main goal. It was never, Miss Ma'am,
taking care of my pets for me, and I asked him to show me her nails. At the time, it was a little hard to see, but they looked fine to me. They looked like decent, like they could wait till I get home. And she does have long hair on her feet, so it's a little hard to see. Now, BBJ actually...
And that's another thing, and she does have long hair on her feet, so it's hard to see, which shouldn't be there. Even I know that. You should know that as a pet owner. You should know, regardless if it's a dog or a cat, you need to go get them groomed, or you do it yourself so that they have more grip on their paws to actually do things, move from left to right, and not feel the need to be more cautious because they don't have that grip because the hair has overgrown. I don't understand. I can understand if you didn't know that, but that's so hard for me to believe that you don't know that. I mean, there are tons of grooming videos for so many different animals on YouTube. At some point, you're gonna stumble across something. At some point, you're just gonna know.
Anytime I touch her paws, she doesn't like that. And when I especially would try to cut her nails, she shrieks a lot. So it makes me very nervous to do it. So I prefer to have it done by a veterinarian. So when I got home from Kuwait...
Which you didn't do. Girl, the way you're talking to whoever you're talking to, it's obviously you talking to people who have no idea about the ins and outs of this situation, because somebody brand spanking new would listen to this and be like, oh my gosh, like that is horrible. Like, wow, she tried and people are still coming for her, like da 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 da, what? And then of course the people that have been in this for years and years and years are like dismantling every single word that you have to say. Not to say that they have a right to do so, but you know, your track record isn't the greatest, you know? It's
I made an appointment to see a specific vet in my hometown. The vet I know that has seen her before and has her file. So I did it. It was a few weeks, maybe 3 weeks later, and that when her appointment was. And that was to see if she was able to be rehomed or if I should euthanize her. And to me, that is my choice as a pet owner. Yeah, I was villainized by these people over and over and over. And the reason is for their own selfish motivation, because they make money off of creating drama and verbally abusing me. This is how they make a living. This person makes an insane amount of money being an internet bully, mean girl. That whole community
the whole community. I think putting it just on FFG is ridiculous. The entire girl world community is known for this. It is a known thing at this point. It shouldn't even be a surprise. So what do you want to do? Dismantle girl world? I mean, if you want to take it that far, you're gonna have to team up with Amber Reed. Amberlynn Reed. You're gonna have to team up with her. And even then, I don't even think it's possible. If anything, it's one of those situations where you also benefit off of the drama. Whether you want to believe that or not, you do, even when you ignore it and turn your comments off and only do membership, only lives and all of these other things. But you're getting on TikTok, very different world over there, very different world. So are you gonna have that much protection? I don't know. And it's so much easier to get yeeted off of TikTok, especially depending on how you move, how you don't move. And not to say what she's posting is what she's been posting in the previous years on YouTube. However, man, the way somebody can mass flag your freaking account so fast on TikTok, you better be careful. Wait, and then on top of that, you trying to justify it is you not taking accountability of certain things that you did, which I'm sure at some point she's probably gonna do, because, you know, as we read, fake crying for sympathy.
The point is to talk about this animal abuse. So what's being done is false outrage. So because I told this bully, no, she cannot have my pet, she actually did something vile and deceitful. And she actually had one of her family members, her sister-in-law, persistently message me through Instagram DMs, reassuring me that...
Persistently. You're using interesting words, Foodie. I mean, I get it. You have to take a large L for that. I get it. It's a very large L. If anything, it's damn near backbreaking how big that L is. So I get that. But persistently, now it's their fault because they were persistent and you fell for it. Well, what are we saying here?
She's this lonely woman. She's very ill in bed. She would be able to really take care of BBJ. Just very reassuring, sending me pictures and things like that of her home. You know, I really wanted to take the time to make sure that she would be suitable, and I fell for it. And so this bully of mine, so I had
the way she won't say FFG.
Right? Remember this. So whenever I agreed to rehome my pet BBJ to this person who I trusted, to have, you know, if I had known they had anything to do with this psycho, sorry for lack of a better term, but I can't think of any other word for that kind of behavior. And it's really weird that more people don't see it. But anyway.
It's not that we don't see it. I see it. I see it, Foodie. I do. But again, it also shines a light on your negligence. That's the problem. And I think in a courtroom, that will also be something very easy to see. And that is where your story, or I should say debate, falls apart, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
It was set. She wanted to pick up the cat right away, said she would take care of all the vet bills. And I did actually, in my DMs with her, say, well, you want to pick up the cat tomorrow? I actually have a vet appointment tomorrow to bring BBJ to have her checked out. And
that right there should have been a red flag. Meaning, because if it was something that you cared about, you would have been like, oh no, like let's make sure that we're on all terms correct the way I want it to be, so that if anything does happen, you can't come back to me and say, hey, you know, you didn't pay for the vet bill or whatever it may be, but you didn't. This shows your negligence. This shows your negligence. It shows that you did do that, but obviously you didn't, you know, pursue it, stick with it, make sure it was there, make sure it happened, right? And that is where, again, your debate falls apart. It's a shitty situation. I'll give you that, Foodie. It is a shitty situation. But Miss Ma'am, at some point, I mean, you gotta realize maybe I need to really double check every little thing, from the I's to the crossing of the T's, everything. And you should already know that with the track record of the way people have gone to certain events that you have had, or you've gone places, people follow you and people dox you, whatever it is. Like, I haven't really been in the drama that deeply, but you should know that if anybody outside in knows that. So it's, again, it shows that you were very excited to get rid of this cat. That's really, unfortunately, what it shows.
To have her nails trimmed, because I did have another look at the nails, or tried to as best as I could, and it did look like they were growing into the pads. And this did happen once before in BBJ's later years, because I didn't realize how fast they were growing. Like Sam's nails, my younger cat, his nails were fine. They grow at a normal rate. He scratches his scratch post, the furniture, everything, you know. But hers, the nails get really coarse and they grow at a very rapid rate because of that. So they were overgrown.
The way she said furniture and then like rolled her eyes back and then laughed.
He scratches his scratch post, the furniture, everything, you know. But hers,
I don't know. I find it kind of weird that she said that, and just her body language. It's just, this was not a good look. I feel like if you didn't post this on TikTok and sent it to like a PR agency or just somebody in PR and was like, hey, what do you think about this TikTok before I post it about the situation drama bullcrap that I'm in right now? I feel like they would probably tell you not to post this. I think they would probably rewrite this entire script completely, because I don't know if you thought this was going to be beneficial. I don't know if you thought that, but my God, I want to know why you thought that.
And yes, I do feel bad for that. Does that make me a horrible animal abuser? And no, it doesn't, because this one incident, or even two incidents of the nails being an issue. Again, I was away in Kuwait for 3 months. So I didn't really have the scope of the situation until I came back. And even if you think I should have taken her right away instead of a couple of weeks later, a few weeks later, whatever, that still doesn't make me a horrible animal abuser, because there are actual people out there who really abuse their animals. And not just that, I've taken really good care of her for 20 years. My pets love me. Tried my best to give them the best life that they could.
My pets
so for
love
people
me.
to just completely dismiss
every pet owner can say that.
My entire ownership of these cats for the past years and years, when they've been following me on vlogs, taking care of them, being happy, playing, etc.
And there we go again. These people cannot take that from you. They can only take that from you if you believe that. And clearly you do. Clearly you do believe. Clearly, because anybody that really like took care of their pet would not even, it wouldn't even be a thought. It would just be like, that's what people think on the internet, and they can think that, and I don't care because I know what I did, and that's that. But the need of justification of it, the need to just, I don't know, man. It's icky. It's icky. It's feeling. I'm feeling icky.
It's your super total yuckiness that makes us wanna sing. Icky Vicky.
I'm feeling icky. I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm feeling icky.
Icky Vicky.
Because Miss Ma'am, are you actually okay? This proves that you believe that you are a terrible pet owner. Am I wrong? You guys tell me what you think. I'm curious.
Etc., etc. Now all of a sudden my cat abuser, because of the nails. So back to the story. Basically, I know it's hard to follow. It's just ridiculous to me. Like, I just can't even
I know
believe
it's hard to follow.
I'm having to talk about this. Having to rehome your pets is a distressing thing enough to do.
It is.
Like, people act like I was happy to do it and just ditch my pets for a man. No, this is my soulmate. Thank you very much. And I have a right to be happy in my life. Circumstances change in life. And,
Whoa, soulmates? Really? That's a strong word. I feel like only 2 people have gotten that title in my life. Like, soulmate. Whoa. Okay, I'll give it to you.
moving here is something that I want to do for my life, and we're also going to be traveling, so this is for their best interest. I don't believe in prolonging a cat's life if they're not going to have the quality of life at that age, and they're just going to have to be euthanized. Don't want to burden someone with that, with all the vet bills, etc. But this person is...
If that's true, then why would you go to the vet to find out if the cat needed to be euthanized or rehomed? Because those were the only 2 reasons that you said that you were going to go to find out the conditions. So wouldn't you not do that if the girl...
insisted? I should have maybe had a red flag. So the person refused whenever I said, I'm going to take the cat to the vet before you pick her up. And I have the DM here. They refused. And here's why they refused. Because this bully relies on creating false outrage or scenarios out of contrived drama to get views.
And what exactly are you doing right now? Like, not to be rude, but what are you not doing that too? I'm just right.
So she's actually exploiting my cat and her problems for money and views at this point. It's actually disgusting.
Exploiting your cat or exploiting your ownership of the cat? Because as of right now, I think it's both. Isn't it? Isn't it a little bit of both? But more so on your end, because BBJ is just a cat. That's all BBJ is, just a cat. So you can't really exploit a cat too much unless you're not helping the cat, which you were doing. Do you see how this isn't working for you?
What happened was this bully sent her brother to come pick up my cat. This person dressed up in disguise and hid behind a snowbank near my home. And she basically stole my cat through deception. And she'll use the excuse, well, you gave the cat away. There's really nothing I can do about it.
Unfortunately.
So because it's out of my control, I leave the rest up to God now. That's my new motto. That's how I try to live my life. Do I get emotional and get upset? And yeah, I do. And sometimes I lash out. I mean, I'm human.
Didn't she already say that she was leaving it up to God? Which is exactly why you shouldn't have posted this exact TikTok. Trying to justify your actions. Girl.
You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not an angel. But I do have the sincere want to change as a person, try to live my life.
We all are.
But I do have the sincere want to change as a person and become better, which is more than I can say for a lot of people.
Okay. There was a live, I think it was, man, she goes live so much, I can't even. Was it when she was eating? I think it was when Salah came in and sat down next to her. I can't remember. But there was a live where she's in Kuwait literally a couple days ago, and she looks high. She looks stoned. Not like Canada high, obviously. I'm sure there is a different level of weed there. At least there has to be, in my opinion. But she looked high, and I was thinking like, wait, did she smoke? Because she literally looks high. But again, just... maybe a different high, maybe something different. I don't know, but I definitely was getting this girl has smoked something type vibes. But I think because she's there, she's stating that she's not doing anything, like she's sober. But I don't think that's true. I don't know if you guys remember the live, and let me know if you know what I'm talking about, because I was literally like, is this girl high in Kuwait right now, or am I tripping?
Who just want to keep dragging me down to their level. And sometimes it works. I'm not gonna lie. So
like
she has the
right
cat.
now.
Maybe the next day or a couple days later, she goes online and reveals her big plan, and she's the biggest hero for saving BBJ She really
FFG to the
emphasizes how the
rescue.
cat was screaming when she took her to them. The cat always screams anyway, anytime I touch her paws to cut her nails, even when they weren't overgrown. And I did explain this in another video before. So now she's milking this to the max, even though I said I would take the cat to the vet and have her looked at, make sure she's rehomable. But no, because if I had done that, then this bully would not have more content to milk and to try to ruin my reputation with.
If you did that, you wouldn't have rehomed BBJ, which was not what you wanted to do. Therefore, that's why this happened. Are you not seeing how this happened? Are you? I'm curious because I get the deception. I totally do. Trust. I have been in very deceptive situations. But do you not see how this happened? Girl, you don't see how this happened? Yes, you do.
Now with this hashtag of animal abuse. So you can hashtag all you want. You can cancel me all you want. I've been canceled thousands of times before. And you're not going to prevent me from speaking my mind and being here for my fans and my followers and people who enjoy me and understand that I'm not an animal abuser. That's the story. Imagine somebody targeting you for years.
Let's actually have the conversation. Why do you think Foodie has fans? And not the fans that are trolls, but the people who really want to see her do better. Why do you think she has those fans? I personally believe it's because of her, I don't know if I should say ability, but I'm going to say ability to be unique and herself. Even when people hate who she is, she still sticks to the crap that she is. And I think there is a certain percentage of people who like that, love it, and want to see her be better. But I'll be honest with you, she's a gamble. I don't know if she's ever going to be better. And when I say be better, I'm not saying be a better person. I'm talking about just losing weight, getting to a healthy weight, and caring about her health. Everything else is honestly up to a psychiatrist, medication, therapy, and a lot of other things that has nothing to do with us whatsoever. But if we're only talking just losing weight, eating better, trying to be better, that's going to take a long time. And I think that is what people want to see. Is she ever going to get to that point of doing it? Whereas some people have already given up with other people, such as Amberlynn Reed, right? People have just given up. They don't believe that she's going to do it, whatever have you. But I think because Foodie, I don't know. Maybe one day she'll just flip a switch. But then the other part of me is like, she could have been done that a long time ago. If anything, a lot of what has happened could have easily been a great way to rebrand. But she just doesn't. And then when she does rebrand, it's this. It's like, what are we doing here? Who are we trying to fool? You know what I mean? It's just, give it more time, maybe, before you expect people to just hop on your bandwagon. I don't know. Again, just trying to be objective here.
Years bullying you and body shaming you, coming for your family, stealing your content every day to use it against you. How that would affect your mental health if you let it. I refuse to let it anymore. And then going through the process, when I was home for a month in Canada, I had so many things to tie up. I was a financial mess. I was an emotional mess. I deal with mental health and eating disorder.
Is she reading? It looks like she's going, like she's looking at like pinpoint, like little bullet points of what she needs to make sure to say. That's what it I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like.
I am a mess. I'm a train wreck, and I realize this is why people watch me, but I'm still a human being, and I loved my pets, and I still wake up. And
I loved my pets. Come on. Love, L-O-V-E, not L-O-V-E-D. You're stating that you did love your pets at a time, which is not at this time right now. Do you, let me shut up, but.
Every day, and a little bit of disbelief that they're not here. So.
Is this the fake crying?
To have that traumatic experience, it was traumatic for me to have to do that.
Is she crying? Wait.
to know that your elderly cat that you only wanted to do the best for, whether that was rehoming her if she was fit,
Wait.
or whether...
Wait. I can't tell this is real because of this filter. Are your eyes actually watering, or is this filter just making it look dreamy?
To put her down in humane euthanasia. I'm being called a cat killer for humane euthanasia, even though this bully euthanized her 2 pets. So the hypocrisy is just outstanding, and it's just a toxic community, and it's not something I want to address anymore, and it's not something I will be on this video.
You already said that. That's why I can't believe I can't believe you created this TikTok. Why would you do this? Why would you do this to yourself?
Or series of videos. It's just not going to happen.
Why?
And like I said, cancel me, do what you want, but just leave me alone. And if you can't, that's fine. I will just block and just focus on God.
That's what I thought you were doing already.
Journey, and my husband, and you guys, my followers. There's some of you who have been here for me through the whole thing. I've been on social media for since 2017, and it's not easy. It's so cutthroat, but it is rewarding for people like you guys. You know who you are, and also...
It is rewarding for you guys, you know who you are. Okay.
It's gotten me through a lot of tough times. You know, the other side of the coin, the other side of the coin is that it's gotten me through a lot of tough times, and it's given me an outlet to talk about a lot of things. So that I appreciate. As for the BBJ situation, people rely on verbally abusing me, body shaming me, targeting me, creating drama that will get them clicks and views, even if it's false. There's so many things that are false. It's like a really crappy version of the tabloids. If that can even be possible for me to say crappy version of the tabloids, because tabloids are crappy. So anyways, if you're here, I hope you listen to my story, and I hope you understand. And that's about it. So I plan on doing more content here. I really like TikTok, and I think people are just trying to ruin my reputation on here. And you can make your own judgment, but I'm not an animal abuser, and I refuse to label myself that. And I refuse to listen to any future negativity towards me in regards to that anywhere. So anyway, thanks for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye, Miss Ma'am. I can't believe you filmed that. Why did you do that to yourself? Why did you do that to yourself? You should have kept it sweet and short and kept it pushing. But this just opened a big can of worms for everybody to be like, especially the people who have no idea who the heck you are, to be like, what is she talking about? I need to figure out what she's talking about. Then they're going to go down that rabbit hole, see how many people are on that side of the fence, and be like, well, who the heck are you? You trying to come over here to TikTok and act like you're innocent? Clearly you're not. I just saw your vagina. Am I wrong? I'm not even trying to be rude here, but okay, Foodie, we'll see how you do on TikTok, Miss Ma'am. Get some trend dances down. I think we'd all love to see you get a dance down with Sala. That would be hilarious. Do some hard work. Let's do it. Not only that, but girl, I feel like your #1 goal should be like, let's see if I can lose 100 pounds in 1 year. Let's just see if I can do it for funsies. People, like 10,000 people would follow you just to see that. And then you'd have your 100K, and then you can just focus on things that are actually gonna give you a good ROI. Like you need a really good return on your investment. And Miss Ma'am, you have not been doing great with that. You could be easily doing so much more. I just don't understand. But hey, maybe when I meet my soulmate one day, I will totally get it. But since I'm not on your level and I don't know what it's like to have a foreign husband that loves me, sounds like a dream come true. Maybe I can relate, but until then, I don't get it. I do not get it. There's a lot more that could be transpired from this situation, a lot more. And I just think that entire 7-part TikTok was a complete waste of your time. Completely. I just, it didn't even benefit you at all. If anything, people are going to want to figure out who this bully is. Who is this bully she's talking about? Who is the bully? Come on, man. This is not how you build a new audience. You can't build a new audience with old information. Try build a new audience with new stuff. Just new only. But you bringing this back, girl, you ain't showing nothing else other than you wanting the TikToks and the clicks and the views and everything else that you're saying that your bully wants is clearly the exact same thing that you want and you see value in. And if you didn't, you wouldn't have even brought it up. Anyways, I'm out of here. I hope this distraction helped you from the insanity of the world that we are in right now. Let me know your thoughts on this video, and please let me know your thoughts on that fake crying. I don't know what that was. That wasn't even fake crying to me. That was a full-on performance of emotion, meaning trying to display emotion without it being receptive. At least for me, it wasn't receptive. It was very staged. I don't know what the heck that was. If anything, her first live where she went off going crazy, screaming and crying, that was way more realistic than this. I don't know what this was. I don't know what she's trying to do. But give it a year. Give it a year before people really, you know, think that you're changing. It's too soon. It's way too soon for you to think that I've changed religions, I wear this on my head, and I live in this country now, so I'm this person. Give it some time. Give it some damn time. Yikes. Anyways, shout out to Piggy. Appreciate the video. I will link the channel down below. I'm gonna go wash my face and get ready for bed because I am tired. Like, I'm actually ready to just sleep and sleep so good. Like, oof. Let me go ahead and get ready right now. Bye, y'all. I'm about to use this entire camera as a mirror so I don't have to go in the bathroom because that's how lazy we're about to be right now. I'm exhausted, full on exhausted, and I'm ready to eat my dinner. Oh, there we go. Child, I'm tired. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See, I always forget to say it. I always forget to say, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna make sure to put this in the front because I always forget, man. Whew, alrighty. Time to go to my bed.
Putting out the coupe in the lot, 12 for a squat, busting all the bells out the box, hit the lick with the